Udyr's gonna go cover that, at least pick up some of the yeah, it gets a couple of the gold too. Very nice. Not just experience, but also gold. Riven, again, right under turret. Using her shield very well to be able to put a little harass down and not take too much from the turret. However, Nasus now has 2 cloth armor and a chain vest. He's doing straight armor against the Riven. Riven has a pickaxe and a long sword. I wonder if she's gonna go for like is that an early last whisper? Or if she's gonna go for a brutalizer at some point. You know, maybe she picked up one item and then decided she's gonna go brutalizer after that. Here comes Udyr around the corner. Riven gets slowed. She's flashing as well as using her bunny hops. But she's in real trouble and she's gonna go down. That is kill from Udyr. He wasn't really trying hard at the end. I think he was considering giving it over to Nasus. But for whether it was the red buff or whatever, he ended up getting the kill. Alright, Fizz is in the middle lane. He's been pushed right in there. Oh, hang on. Oh, we got the double kill here. Alright, let's find out how this goes down. Oh, they're going down when they're already low. Not good. Oh, nice. Nice. Very nice placement of the bomb there by Zillion. Absolutely figured out exactly where she had to go and put it right there. And Jenna also gets cut off and killed. Very nicely done. So it's now 3-3. Gold is close to even. We're just before the 10-minute mark, and no turrets have gone down, but a couple of blue turrets have been definitely taking some damage. Ahri and Riven are pushing in pretty hard. Oh, but Nasus pushes that back, but that's just so he can go back. Okay, he's doing a pretty good job of farming under turret. Oh, misses a couple, but not too bad overall, especially with a bunch of minions there also making things complicated. Okay, Vayne is almost back to turret. Fizz has kind of cut off the Ahri, as well as the Udyr, and even the Janna. There's the ult from Fizz, he's going in hard, there's lots of damage, and Fizz gets the kill. Assists for both Udyr and Janna there, very nice. Oh, and Janna getting cut off by Volibear. I'm thinking he's going to be throwing her over the shoulder, but no, there's a little quick tornado. Very nicely done. There's the Zillion, throws a bomb, just hits the minions though. Oh, interesting. You can actually throw the minion and they'll still have the bomb on them. Guess that makes sense, but makes some possibilities for moving bombs around that I hadn't thought about before. Udyr takes a bomb, almost gets thrown into the second bomb for the stun, but doesn't quite happen. However, he's taking lots of damage and he's getting out of there. Janna ult comes out. Here comes another bomb. Shield's gonna help protect him, maybe. Yes, it does last long enough to help him with that bomb. Volibear is almost out of mana. He was going hard after the Janna, but like I said, ran out of mana and can't finish it up. Ahri's now back. Riven is again pushing Nasus right under turret. She definitely knows how to keep him under pressure. He's got 110 stacks or so. Tower does less than the full shield now, so that's pretty nice. She just picked up another longsword is all. No boots or anything, so she's pretty slow except for her hops. She's basically reliant on her hops to move around. Okay. But Nasus has a full glacial shroud, a chain vest, and cloth armor. I'll bet you he's gonna go for a thorn mail. That smells of thorn mail to me, but we'll see. Okay. Oh, Janna gets... Vayne blocks the ult damage. Oh, and gets the kill back on the Zillion. Here comes the Udyr too. But Caitlyn with a nice Q takes out Vayne before Udyr can take out Caitlyn. Very nicely done. Nice little shot. Caitlyn was definitely going to die there. That was a pretty well-played effort to get a kill back before she goes down. Volibear's there. Udyr's having fun. He's got the expensive skin, and at this elo, I'll bet you he plays him a fair bit. And he runs out. Alright, Riven coming in. She's going to get the turret. does last hit it. Very nicely done. First tower goes to the red team. And red team has really been pushing the towers quite a bit more than blue team. Okay, Volibear takes out the vision. Udyr is pretty much aware of what's going on, but 4 members of red team are there now. In fact, everyone but Riven is there. Janna's trying for a little tornado steal, doesn't work out. And here comes the dragon. That's dragon number 2 to the red team. And Nasus is at 140 stacks. Not too shabby. Here's Riven again. She's a level ahead. And she did get the last whisper. Now she also has a vampiric scepter. She's going to be pretty hard to deal with. However, with all of his armor, he is going to be hard to kill for her. So that looks like it's going to be kind of a continuing stalemate up in the top lane. Except, of course, you know, from outside, whenever outside forces make themselves felt. Especially jungle ganks, of course. And mid-roams. Zilean going in ham. Oh! Uses the turnaround. He gets that second bomb there. A little quick stunnerino. Damage going back, but he ults himself. He's not dead yet. However, here comes Udyr. Flash is going out. Udyr gets the kill on Caitlyn. He's going for the kill on Zilean, too. Shield's gonna help him a little bit, but now he has gotta get out of there. He just gets out of turret range before another shot comes to kill him. Whew! And he does survive. Janice looking for wards, doesn't find any. Mid lane is quiet at the moment. They're just farming it up. And Riven is there. Volibear's getting his Krugs. Nasus is trying to farm the crab, but he doesn't have a way to stun it, so yeah, you gotta do that the old-fashioned way. That takes forever, and Volibear, who can throw it, which actually will remove the armor. Very nice. Okay. So Volibear does get that. Nice attempt by Nasus at the end to try to steal it, but it didn't work. Okay, Nasus helps Udyr out. Okay, I think Nasus was kind of hoping that he would get a Q stack the buff, but Udyr wanted the buff for himself. Okay, Riven is going to be able to push this out, but not any longer. Not once Udyr and Nasus show up. Now Udyr is actually hiding. He was not visible. So Riven puts down some vision, but she cannot know that Udyr is there. She may suspect. No, she does not. Udyr comes out. There's the stuns. Here comes the Volibear, though, for the counter gank, but Riven too squishy. She's going down. Volibear gets caught out, too. And that is a good job by the Udyr and Nasus combination. Nasus' ultimate there burns all of his mana, though. He's unfortunately going to have to go back before he get too much more out of this. Although he does have 180 stacks, so that's not so shabby. Meanwhile, a second turret has gone down. Red team is able to push this even further. It's looking... Even though the kills are going to the blue team, the pushing and the pressure on the objectives is much better by the red team. So, it may, since, you know, blue team is actually able to stay ahead on gold just because of their kills, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, which team turns into the better team fighting team in the mid and late game. Both teams, I'd say, scale about the same, you know, there's... With the exception that I'd say extremely late game Vayne and Nasus are going to give blue an edge. However, I would say at least in the mid game to sort of the mid to late, mid-late game, you know, not completely late. Oh, there's the charm, and that's Janna going down. That's another kill for red, so that makes it a little closer. In fact, gold is now ahead with that turret down as well. It's 3-0 in terms of turrets. Like I said, red team's just doing a better job in terms of the actual turrets and the other objectives. Zillion bombs go wide, but they do zone Nasus out, and so the turret takes an awful lot of damage before the lack of minions pushes them out. Blue team notices that Riven has pushed that out pretty darn hard, but she's not going to follow up and try to kill the turret. She's just going to knock that under turret. Or would have, of course, Nasus wasn't there to farm it up. He's up to 210 stacks, and he's pretty much stacking at will now. Blue team is going to try to get the dragon. They put the blue orb up. There's a pink ward there for the red team. Crab's going to be gone in a moment. And let's see what's going on up here. Ahri, too many blue members. She's being forced away from the minions. She's just going to hang around near turret at the moment. Volibear is heading her way. Dragon won't be up for another minute, but blue is really kind of doing early prep work here. So good for them. Caitlyn's back in the bot lane. She looks like she's going back. Oh yeah, she's got 1,500 gold, so I guess she's gonna... Well, she doesn't have quite enough for a BF sword. Maybe she's gonna wait just a second and get one. I think that's probably the plan. Nope. She wants the boots. Okay, she's got the boots now.
Unstoppable.
Oh, hang on here. Alright, sorry about that. Let's see where this goes. Udyr aggresses on Zilean. Zilean throws out a bomb, doesn't do much. Zilean should have realized that Udyr might have still been there. And Udyr, with a little help from Janna, just takes him out real quick. Okay, Volibear uses his raptor buff there. Don't know if he actually really got anything out of it. And red team is heading towards their blue buff. Oh, Ahri finds the ward there. Janna tries to steal, does not. Slows down the Ahri. Here comes the Fizz for some damage. Doing lots of damage to Ahri. Fish goes up on Volibear. Volibear goes down to Udyr. Kill secured by Udyr, although I think most of the damage was Fizz's. Oh, did they notice the pink ward? I guess they didn't. Or maybe they did, but he was worried about the Zilean. And also the fact that they're going to get the dragon. Alright, there's the first dragon for Team Blue. It's 11-5 in terms of kills. Gold is very close to even, only 500 gold difference in favor of the blue team. Dragons are now 1-1. 1-1. I thought red got a second one. Okay, I guess it's 1-1. And towers is still 3-0, so that is still in favor of the red team. The gold is close enough that it almost doesn't make a difference at this point. So, Brutalizer and Last Whisper on Riven makes her pretty darn dangerous, though. Vampiric Scepter will work towards an item of some sort. Guess we'll figure that out later. Oh, he misses with his Q there. He hits the wrong minion, I believe. There we go. He's getting to the... He's very close to the point where it won't matter anymore. He'll just be able to just completely stack it pretty much from full health. Alright. Or he can just do the thing where you melee swing once, and as soon as the damage hits, then you finish up with a Q, and that automatically finishes him off. So, red team once again pushing in on the blue team's turrets. I like how the red team is playing as far as the pressure and the objectives go. Blue team's obviously got way more kills, so they're getting some picks and such. Janna flashes. Oh, Ahri but goes over the wall. And Janna will get away clean. There's the Fizz ult, but not much is going to happen because Fizz can't follow up. Zilean is right there, as well as Caitlyn briefly, although she's now gone away. And red team, like I said, they're getting killed by the blue team. But the gold is pretty close to even because they're putting so much darn pressure on all the turrets and the other objectives. Alright. Let's just say the turrets, because I think in my head I still have it that they're head on dragons. They're really not. It's 1-1. So, let's see. Riven now also has Boots of Lucidity. She's more dangerous than ever. Okay. Fizz in vain. Pushing that out. Ahri's gone for an Abyssal Scepter. Sorcerer's Shoes. Okay. So a little conservative there. She definitely doesn't want Fizz doing too much damage to her. Okay, Nasus ended up with Frozen Heart and Mercury's Treads, plus the Chain Vest. So that's where that extra armor went, was towards the Frozen Heart. That's pretty typical for Nasus. You definitely want the Q stack cooldown. Very nice. And how many stacks is he up to? 360. Very nice. Alright. At 22 minutes, that's pretty reasonable. So Riven only was able to slow him down a little bit. Udyr is now starting to put some pressure out. Gets the bottom outer turret. So, things gonna turn? Is Blue gonna turn their team fighting prowess into turret taking? I don't know. Guess we'll find out. Okay, that's gonna push out. Looks like Nasus is gonna miss a couple of those. Red team's trying to get a little more pressure and get that inner middle turret down, but no luck so far. Zillion's hiding out. Looks like he just wants to be there as backup and sort of a surprise addition to the fight, but then he just heads out anyway. Nasus gets the second turret, so it's now 2-3. It's very close in terms of turrets. Ahri, I believe, is pinging for help. It's hard to tell. You don't get the chat in this sort of spectate game, so okay. Udyr spotted out there. Fizz is getting shielded, but he is taking some damage as well. Zillion with a nice little shot. You see the bombs do a decent amount of damage, not super high though. He just doesn't have that much in the way of actual damage items, the Zillion. Oh. Okay. Oh, I like that new effect on the speed up ability. That's kind of cool. Okay. Now Udyr's in the bottom lane, but he hasn't yet had time to push it out. Riven is now heading towards there. And Ahri gets a kill on the Janna. Red team is working it hard. Nasus, however, kills the Ahri. Here comes Riven. Fizz is in trouble. Volibear with the kill. Nasus semi-low. He's playing it conservative. His ult's already used. And here comes another wave. But red team says, no, that's not going to happen. We're going to get prepared for Dragon. Riven's in fact going to teleport to protect the turret. She's going hard after Udyr, but he's a little too fast with that bear stance. She already used her ult, so she uses it for wave clear, and she's going to back. Okay. And blue team is already pinging on Dragon, which will be up in 5 seconds. We're probably going to have a pretty good fight here, because I believe red team has a... Both teams, in fact, I believe have a pretty good idea when this dragon's coming up. Yep, you can see Janna and Volibear both there. Volibear should be able to see the dragon there briefly. Janna's getting caught out, ulted by Caitlyn. And, yeah, Volibear actually gets the kill. Udyr's coming around the side. He's pinging like mad on the dragon. He's getting ready to go in. He's going to go in hard. Red team actually feels forced to back out there. However, they're probably stronger than blue team, since they're 5-on-4. Volibear, however, is getting low. Udyr gets the dragon. That's 2 for the blue team. Volibear with the flip. Udyr, however, gets the kill. That's a double kill, but Ahri gets 2 kills back, killing Udyr and the Vayne. Nasus is taking all kinds of damage. And actually Zillion is going to get the kill on that one. So that is a 4 for 2 in favor of the red team. And actually, I think that, well, technically that was a 5 because Janna just managed to come back by the end of the fight. But she had gotten caught out right at the beginning of that fairly extended team fight. And red team is looking to push this in. Janna's full health, but it doesn't really matter much. As Janna, she just doesn't have the damage to follow up. Janna's in real trouble. Flashes, but it does not save her. She goes down. Ahri with the kill. 15-13. Red team is catching up in terms of kills. They're ahead in terms of gold, and now on towers 4-2. Blue, however, picked up the dragon. Udyr with the dragon kill there. Udyr is going to go get his blue buff, but that just means this turret's going to lose a lot of these minions, and also the turret itself is going to take a fair bit of damage. Thinking Udyr is going to head to... No, he's not going to head towards top lane. He's going to let Nasus pop that, and they are pinging on Baron. Okay. Let's see what happens here. They have started it up. Baron's at about half health. Riven has a ward down. She does see what's going on. Is she going to go for it? She's got her ult up. Oh, Swiffers. A little too early, and blue Udyr is able to pick that up. Don't know if Riven would have really had a chance to get the kill on that anyway. The shockwave, yeah, would have been about 700 damage. Because obviously Baron would have been missing a lot of health. So pretty decent, almost as much as this might, but she wasn't able to get the kill. Udyr did get it. Alright, and red team is just pushing that out as best they can. Nasus has the Baron buff. He's just going to go ahead and back. And Riven says, yep, I'll just farm this, thank you very much. She's actually going to use the minion waves to protect it. She just doesn't want to lose too many of it to the turrets accidentally. Did a pretty good job there. Alright. Blue team is now heading out of their base. Udyr's in the bottom lane. Riven's just about done with this farming. There's another wave coming in, but she's actually just going to go ahead and back. Nope. She's going to go back and at least clear part of this. She just goes ahead and pushes it right out. Volibear throws Udyr. Udyr, of course, has the Baron buff. So Volibear's taking a fair bit of damage overall. In the middle lane, they're trying to use the Baron buff to get these minions pushed in. Okay, very nice. Ahri's going to be gifted the blue buff, it looks like. However, Udyr wants to join that party. Nope, too much burst damage there, and Ahri does in fact get the blue buff. However, with the dinking around of that, middle turret goes down. It's now 4-3 in terms of turrets. Blue team's ahead by 1 kill, and they're also heading gold by less than 1,000, as well as 2-1 in dragons. Alright, so Blue's team is still threatening the middle lane. Baron buff being used by Nasus to threaten the Riven and her tower. She's trying to get this cleared out. That turret's definitely going to take some hits. Takes a Q hit from Nasus. She's trying to clear out the waves. Here comes Ahri. Lots of damage going down. Nasus Riven is being exhausted. Nasus with the flash Q to kill. Ooh, lots of damage. Ahri's able to get it, but she takes a ton of damage in return. Meanwhile, Volibear is trying to keep Udyr from stealing this tower. And I don't think he can stop him. Udyr's just doing too much bloody damage to the tower. Tower goes down. Volibear is in trouble. Zillions there. Fizz takes the tower as well. That's the middle inner turret that goes down. There's the charm. Flashes away, does Udyr. Janna gets caught out and killed. Udyr's low on health and especially on mana, so he's going to have to back out. He might do a camp or two, but he's going to be going back to the base pretty soon. And that was a pretty good turn of events for the blue team. The Baron buff got them quite a bit. They got them several turrets. Got especially that bottom inhibitor turret. That was a nice little get. Okay, and it looks like top might... I don't think it's actually going to push out. I think it's actually going to... Yeah, no, that's going to push toward red, because there's another wave that's coming in. Meanwhile, 7 seconds to Dragon. Red team is already heading there. Blue team is pinging on it. 2 seconds. Dragon, you can see, is coming down. He has landed. Volibear immediately starts on him. Very good. Dragon's going down so fast. Blue team has no chance. I'm not... Wow. With that ward there at the last second, they might have gotten vision on it, but I'm not sure. Of course, they can figure out the timer, because they certainly know that it happened. But they may or may not have had an actual vision on the dragon when it came out. It was that quick. Alright, Nasus gets flipped by Volibear. They're trying to put just damage on him. He's getting pretty darn tanky. At least in terms of physical damage. He's also got a Spirit Visage. Udyr takes out another turret. Fizz gets the Volibear. However, Riven gets Nasus. Oh! GA gets popped. Riven's coming back. Oh, but she's taking lots of damage from Fizz. Riven, however, does get the Fizz with the help of lots of team members, though. Big wave in the top lane. Riven gets another kill. However, Vayne is able to shut her down. This is getting pushed in. Zilean going for it, but misses the Vayne. That's all there is to it. Caitlyn's going to push out this huge wave. Blue team's ahead by 2,000 gold. They're ahead 7-4 in terms of towers. And Udyr now going to full split push mode. Yeah, even though red team earlier on was doing a good job of moving from turret to turret and getting things pushed out, right now it's just not looking so good. Udyr and Nasus have started the split push in earnest. Nasus is getting pretty tanky, and he's got 520 stacks. Udyr is moving around pretty much at will. He did not take teleport, though. Nor did Nasus, so they can't do any sort of tricky teleport moves. Still, they seem to be doing a pretty good job as it is. And let's see, looks like with 30 seconds remaining, there's some pinging by blue team. They want Baron number 2, and if they get Baron number 2, that is very likely the end of this game, because they already have, well, all the turrets outside the base gone. They've gotten the bottom inner turret, inhibitor turret and inhibitor down. And with that pressure that is already starting a little bit, that just means more and more pressure. Red team's gonna have to hustle back to their base after this Baron fight. Sorry about that. And Zilean's gonna get caught out there. He does ult himself. Nasus getting low. Fizz getting low. However, Ahri's getting super low and does get burst down. Riven's getting low as well. Looks like she and Fizz are having a little bit of a standoff there. Zilean manages to kill Udyr there. And also, yeah, so actually 4 members go down and Fizz super low. And Volibear was hoping to get Baron, but that just ain't gonna happen. He's actually gonna back and go help protect his Nexus turrets, while the rest of his team uses the near ace to take out an inhibitor turret and an inhibitor. So good job by red team, winning the team fight, preventing the Baron. Fizz flashing, oh, getting the Zilean. However, Riven gets the inhibitor. She's going down to this Fizz for sure. All Fizz really loses is the Zhonya's. Caitlyn already used her net. Vayne is starting to do the damage. There's another net. That's going to slow Fizz down. She's got the red buff, but she's not using her auto attack, so she's not slowing her down. Ahri trying. He misses with the charm. Taking tons of damage. She's being forced out. There's the ult. Oh, gets just enough damage to kill the Vayne. Very nicely done. Fizz is super low. He's actually taking a lot of damage from those. Kind of a fair amount of damage anyway from the minions. Big minion wave for the red team, pushing in on blue top. However, blue team has started up the dragon. Fizz is super duper low. He's being forced to pull away. Nasus and Udyr can take it by themselves. But the fighting is already starting to happen. However, Nasus took out the Ahri. Volibear is low. He's being forced out. He flashed out, so he can't get back in. Blue team, Udyr gets the Baron. Looking good for blue team. 22-24. Red team's actually ahead in kills at this point. Huge wave. Some of it's still there, but much of it has been lost to the tower. And you can see the tower is just about to go down. Not going to quite happen right now with Nasus there and the Baron Dub minions. But holy moly, that tower is basically on just a sliver of health. Janna's backing. Red team is behind in gold by about 3,000 gold. Yes, almost exactly 3,000. It's 2-2 in terms of dragons. And blue team is ahead 7-5 in terms of towers. However, both sides have an inhibitor down. In fact, red's been down a little bit longer. It should be up fairly soon. And then they will still have pressure going down the mid lane towards the blue team. Nasus is all baroned up. He's got stacks for days. He's got 600 stacks at 38 minutes. That sounds about right to me. He's been very successful. The early Riven pressure, you know, it helped. There's the red team inhibitor. You know, Riven kept him back as best she could, but Nasus was able to farm. And blue team takes out the dragon, no problemo. Red team felt, I think, between the Baron buff and their one inhibitor down, that they really needed to be conservative, and they more or less let them have that one. Alright. 4 members of blue team are in the middle lane there, pushing in towards the inhibitor turret. And it looks like there's just a lot of posturing, but no one's actually starting any fights right now. Volibear and Udyr are kind of close to each other over here. Volibear is going after Udyr, but Udyr is just too fast, even with Volibear's Q speed. Gets a speed buff from the Zillion, but yeah, it's not going to mean anything. Alright. Actually, the wave has already started to push back on the top lane. That's going to take out that turret pretty quick, if assuming that this remains a stalemate here in the middle lane. Zillion gets the stun on Udyr. He's taking lots of damage. He's not able to do much there. And Janna is able to block the Caitlyn ult though. Here comes the Zillion damage, the bombs, some attacks from Riven as well. Ahri and Riven going in hard on Nasus. Gets the kill, Riven does. Ahri manages to get the kill on Janna. And in the bot lane, Volibear at full health is really hoping he can kill Udyr, but he's just not going to be able to catch up with him. Big wave pushing towards the blue inner top turret. And they're going to help that out. They're going to make sure this turret goes down immediately. One shot is all it takes. It really didn't even need minions for that, but they've got a big old wave now. And blue's somehow slow to react to this, actually. I don't know why. I mean, they should have been able to see that for quite some time. Inhibitor goes down as well. And that's two inhibitors down currently, although the middle one's coming back up. Oh, Riven's getting super low. Burst down damage. Zillion actually getting the kill. GA, I believe that was. Oh no, that was just a Zillion ult. Zillion ult saves Riven. Very nicely done. And they're now transferring to the bottom lane. So this is starting to turn into red team's game. Blue team had a little resurgence there. Nasus with no teleport is not going to be able to get the real pressure out there on the red side of the map. It's going to be really hard to anyway. I think that was an error that both Udyr and Nasus, neither one of them took teleport. I honestly feel that was a tactical and strategic well, let's call it a strategic error. That's more of a wide thing. Because they definitely... They've got a ward up there. You can see one right there.